Hello, I'm Andy, and here is your weekly horoscope from Sunday, the 18th of June to Saturday, the 24th of June, 2023. And this is especially for you coming from Cancer. Before I begin, here's my email. Send me this email if you wish to know your next 9 years based on your date of birth, your time of birth, and this magic on your hands that's controlled by the soul, who is putting out all these signs and inclinations of good or bad for you in your whole lifetime. And I read the palms for you. And I'll show you how to get all these energies, the lucky colors and lucky gemstones and lucky days and lucky directions, they'll all be taught to you. And I will also go very deeply into your health areas to tell you what kind of health problems are waiting to happen. We'll talk more about this later. Sunday, the 18th of June. For you coming from Cancer, this is a very bad morning and afternoon. Many anger planets are there. So you could be made to be very angry very easily. And you're also exposing yourself to risk of any kind. So be careful the people you meet for any reason, whether for the job, the business, whether for the personal gains. Don't try to be chasing the romance. It may turn out to be a nightmare. And be careful that accidents of all kinds can happen. So these accidents can be due to your anger, and therefore you will see that people may be angry with you as well. So rather than show your anger, don't say a word and just leave it at that. Otherwise, you're going to be a victim. You're going to be a victim. So remember, you don't want to be a victim and to expose yourself to risk which may be financial, physical, emotional. Evening and nightfall. Another group of negative planets are there, and they make you very rebellious. So your behavior patterns are going to be very strange. You will not want to be part of a team. So why bother to go out then? Rather than fight, stay at home by yourself, you'll be safer. But if plans already made and you have to be out, tell yourself control your temper and don't be rebellious in any way. Otherwise, you will just be the victim of people who will just not give you any time and no support and no support. The planets of unexpected badness are there in the evening nightfall. So accidents of all kinds can happen. And also breakups in friendships or love affairs or even marriage. Because to make it worse, the morning, afternoon, anger planets will also visit you there. So it can become a nightmare of sorts. Staying home will always be safer because the environment at home is more controllable compared to the environment outside. If people antagonize you or provoke you, just walk away is better than to stand and fight because you are the victim. Monday, the 19th of June, a much better morning afternoon, a much friendlier one. You may get some good news where your job is concerned and where your business is concerned. And you will see that your popularity is good enough to attract some kind of status or promotion of some kind at your place of work. And in business, you will see that you attract a lot of energy and you may tie up with people for an expansion, or you may just yourself get into the limelight and your popularity will do well for your own business. Speak to your bosses because you have that nice aura about you. Speak to them about your unique ideas. Yes, they're going to be very unique. And also speak to them about how to become somebody that he or she can depend on. Your evening and nightfall planets are moving very fast. When they do that, they make you go fast. So they make your pulse race. That shows you're getting angry or that you are not comfortable with situations. So what can you do about an evening and nightfall like this? Since I've already mentioned it to you. If you don't have to be out, don't be out. But if you have to be out, remember these planets are moving very fast. So they make you hasty, they make you impatient in your speech and your actions. And that's how you'll make terrible mistakes, making promises of something you cannot keep, or just creating verbal clashes or physical clashes. So say less and do less if you have to be out in the evening nightfall. Some of your morning good planets may come to visit you to make you popular, but that doesn't mean you can say what you like. So be polite as much as you can and you'll get somewhere in the evening nightfall. At least you'll be on the same wavelength as people. Tuesday, the 20th of June, is a very exciting morning afternoon. You will have the imagination, which is fantastic. You'll be able to converse very well. which means your conversations are going to be delightful, whether at your place of work or in business. And also, you'll be able to make friendships very easily, and romance can be in the air. So chase for that romance if you want. Have lunch with people you like to be with and show them your imaginative ideas, and you will see that you do pretty well. So good news will come where you work, good news will come where you do business. Wear your best colors, because when you wear your best colors, you connect to your best planets. When you wear your worst colors, you connected to your worst planet. So wearing good colors will help you a lot on this Tuesday, 20th of June, morning and afternoon. There's a lot to gain. So prepare for what you want. Materialistically, chase for the better job, the better business. Romance, go right ahead and do it. And also have lunch with people you love, also wonderful. Evening and nightfall. The only trouble is that you won't be on the same wavelength as people. So that means you may be in the company of people who may not agree with you somewhat. So if you have to be in that group, it's better for you to back down rather than to confront people who don't agree with you, because you will end up being the victim. That's why. And also, choose company very carefully. Be careful that money can be wasted one way or another. So don't purchase things because you may not like them later on, or don't be landed with the bill. Your morning and afternoon good planets will visit you as well. So there's a lot to gain if you go slow and steady, hour by hour. But do not do any bonding, which means don't make partnerships of any kind, don't agree to any kind of togetherness long term. Wednesday, the 21st of June. This is a 24-hour good luck day. Very powerful planets are seen in the morning afternoon because you're going to meet some very powerful people. They can be where you work, they can be where you do business. They can be socializing for lunch. They can be just on the internet. I see many internet planets everywhere. So whatever you do in the morning, afternoon is going to be a lucky transaction for you, whether it's an emotional transaction or money transaction or just ideas coming to you. Wear your best colors. You'll know what your best colors are when you see me for a 90-minute session one day. Two of these planets in the morning, afternoon, they may make you dominating. They may make you stubborn because you will believe a lot in what you say and do. And if there's some opposition, you will become stubborn and dominating. Don't allow that to happen. Be flexible and be negotiable would be better. And if your bosses may not agree with your ideas, be friendly. It's a matter of time they'll understand what you're saying and they'll support you, because these are wonderful planets to have. I like your evening and nightfall tremendously well. Firstly, you can have a wonderful time. Secondly, you can meet people and you will be inspired and your ideas will be really wonderful for people to see and hear. So be clever, be materialistically, be out with people on this kind of evening nightfall. Be out with people who can help you job wise, financial wise, business wise, or any kind of gain you can make. And you will see that gain will be fantastic. Yes, some romance can be in the air as well, but there's no finality for that. You just meet people for that, that's all. And travel plans can easily become wonderful for you as well. Or you may be already traveling on this 21st of June. Thursday, the 22nd of June. Now we get a bad day. Morning and afternoon, very fast planets are seen. And they make you impulsive. They make you behave in a rebellious way. They make you make terrible mistakes. So if this can be applied to where you work or where you do business, you cannot afford such mistakes because they come very fast and the blame will come very quickly. So you attack very fast. In the morning, afternoon, it's better for you not to do anything on your own. Be part of a team. You may have some team members who will tell you what the mistakes can be to avoid them. Or at least when something go wrong. And if you're part of a team, you don't get all that falling on your shoulders, all that blame. So safer to be with a team rather than try things out individually. A romance may have a bad news suddenly, so don't attempt to get one. And drive very carefully because the planets of unexpected badness can cause accidents. And accidents in astrology can be physical, they can be financial, they can be emotional bad accidents which come suddenly. Disappointment. Evening and nightfall also not good. This time planets are slow. So morning and afternoon, fast and furious bad planets. Evening and nightfall, slow and steady bad planets. And so they, hour by hour, they make the platform worse and worse. So for whatever reason you are going out, tell yourself maybe it's not worth going out in the evening nightfall because some of your morning planets which are not good may also visit you then. So you have a double problem. The fast planets against you and the slow planets against you. How are you going to win? There's no chance. So maybe don't go out. But if you have to, tell yourself lie low and don't be expectant of anything. That way you won't be disappointed too much. Better not to be there rather than face disappointment. Wear your lucky colors if you can. Friday, the 23rd of June. Very fast, quick planets are seen. Their duty is to make you make mistakes, miscalculation, create misinformation, and of course, accidents. So drive slowly, talk slowly, walk slowly, think slowly, because these fast planets put you on stress. And it could be so many things to do that you want to do them quickly. Well, that would be the wrong way to get things done. Remain slow and steady. Tackle what is only important and stay away from arguments. These planets are famous to make you get into involved into arguments. So whatever happens, slow and steady, count to five before you say or do anything. Evening and nightfall becomes exceptionally bad, where anger planets are there. So things are going to take the turn very, very badly for you in the evening and nightfall. So everything you do is going to be bad luck and bad time. So what can you do about it? Well, don't go out for a start. But if you have two plans already made, make sure the politeness in you is all every minute there. And say less and do less. And avoid going into any kind of argument whatsoever. Walking away is better. So it's a very dangerous evening nightfall for you, where disappointment of any kind can be tremendously bad and blame can be seen. Saturday, the 24th of June. The trouble with this morning and afternoon is that you may not be on the same wavelength as the people you are going to be with. They could be family members, they could be extended family members, they could be friends, whatever. So you need to choose your company very, very carefully and be careful this company. I'm not saying would be totally bad, but being not on the same wavelength means there cannot be enjoyment on this Saturday morning, afternoon. So choose company carefully. Avoid people and avoid the company you know that you will not be very much at home with. Also, money can be lost very easily for some reason or another. So don't try any financial speculation. Evening and nightfall, much better. Much better in the sense that you do get luckier. Your aura begins to shine, your popularity becomes better, and what you want is so much easier to get. The trouble is that one or two of the morning planets won't disappear. They may just come along. And once in a while, you'll see that disagreements, you not being on the same wavelength, arguments may also set in. If that happens, just leave. It's better to leave rather than stay put. But I do like your evening and nightfall. And also, I see internet planets there in the evening nightfall. So you may want to spend your time on the internet more than rather going out. That would be much, much better. Now, this 90-minute session I have to talk to you about your next 9 years. That's going to be based on your date of birth, your time of birth, and this magic. This is magic. Do you know that lines are changing all the time, for better or for worse? The lines can break, the lines can be mended, new signs appear. A lot is going on the palms. Who is doing all these changes? It is the soul that's doing the changes. So the soul is the palm is the soul. And you'll have that wonderfulness in this 90-minute session to know how to just become plain lucky through your lucky colors, lucky gemstones, lucky days, lucky directions. All that can be taught to you easily. And your health, I will go into very much detail, tell you which organs are going to be attacked, which may get really bad, at what age that can happen. So it's all about early detection. When you have early detection, you'll never get to the bad limit. Somewhere along the line, you'll be able to repair it quickly because you know about it early. And that's what I will tell you for your next 9 years. And I'll show you as well, if you like to play lotteries, how to formulate your own personal lucky lottery numbers. It's a system. Everything in life is a system. And I'll show you how the system works for lotteries. And in this one sitting of 90 minutes, you'll learn it easily. So there's so much to talk to you about. Here's my email. Let's get down to business. And you'll be able to function well in your next 9 years, which it will be very good because you'll know the platform in every area of your life, how to use it. In the meantime, I wish you a good week. Thank you. Goodbye.